video about the systems that can be used in your company, and let's take a look at what SpaceX does. So to build their rockets, they make sure that they have good requirements, that they know why each piece is necessary. Once that has been done, they delete the unnecessary steps, they optimize, and from there they can go faster and automate things. And this is something really interesting because in a lot of company departments they have clearly defined the procedures and they don't want to experiment or update anything. And often this is a good idea because if the system works well, why change it? But SpaceX takes more a lean approach where they constantly try to update their systems and try new things. This can be very chaotic, especially in a large company. For example, if a company needs to ship out a lot of boxes from their logistics department, it's not feasible to experiment that much because the boxes needs to be shipped out. So I think it's an interesting challenge often to keep optimizing the systems, because as long as you don't experiment and try things, you're never going to get data to improve the systems. And if you never improve, your competitors are going to outrun you or are going to find better systems. So I think especially in marketing, this is important to keep experimenting, because there it's a lot easier. For example, if you post a type of video that doesn't work, it generally doesn't cost that much money. Whereas in logistics, if you do a big experiment and it fails, it can really mess up the flow of the business. And I think that's why marketing is so interesting, because with small budgets you can try maybe 5 or 10 experiments every month and see what works. For example, you can take a look at a new platform that is starting to gain traction, or you can experiment with a new type of content. And I think marketing is also evolving constantly, so you have to outrun the boring slop of great content that everyone creates. But at the same time, you still have to resonate with customers, so you can't go too crazy. So threading that needle constantly is quite challenging, but also makes it interesting. But to do that successfully, you need to keep experimenting. So I think if you take a look at all the departments in a company, marketing has to experiment the most, whereas other departments obviously need to improve all the time, but they don't always have the leeway or the option to try as many things, because things need to get done. And I think marketing department should set apart some time, maybe like 1 day every month or 2 days every month, just to try crazy stuff and see what works. And if just one of these experiments work, it can pay off very well. And that's one of the challenges, because over time companies have their fixed marketing approach and then they get absorbed by the gray mass of content that is very similar to theirs. Whereas if they would have kept experimenting, they would have been able to find their unique positioning and just had something to stand out from the rest. So just a quick some quick thoughts about marketing in general in 2025. Subscribe for more content and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.